this, man. Freaking huge. Freaking huge. Yum, 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 yum. I don't gotta do peekaboo because it's already shown. And John Cena. You can't see him. Anyways. Alright, so this video is gonna be about forearms, how to build bigger forearms, and this will help with your chest presses. Okay, a lot of people have problems with their dumbbell positioning in their chest presses, where they're touching the ends, either ends of their forearm while they're coming in the chest position, and that's because of weak deviator muscles in the forearm. So we're going to focus on hitting the forearm in every angle so we can have the stability doing chest presses and to help improve your back workouts and everything else, so that you don't have to use too much straps doing your back and rolls and all that stuff. So first, I'm talking about the grippers, hand grippers. I recommend everyone buys a pair of hand grippers. People are texting me, and actually make sure there's not my client, because buy a pair of hand grippers. They're really good because for people that have problems with their wrist and they can't do any flexion or anything like moving of the wrist, this is really good because you don't have to move your wrist to activate your forearm. So the way you position it is you're gonna have this kind of like a Pac-Man, like that, and you're gonna, right with your webbing in your hand, you're gonna grab, you're gonna push with your other fingers, and then grab it around like this, and close it. When you come out, keep that grip, don't let it slide out all the way like this. You're gonna have a Pac-Man, close, touch. Okay, you can also do this way as well. Okay, if you're strong, you can do 2 fingers or 1 finger. If you want to do singles and all that. This is a 50-pound. They have 50, they have 100, they have 150, they have 200, 250, 300, 350. They have up to like 500 pounds if you need it, if you're that strong. You could do like 15, 20 reps. I'm pretty sure with this one, it's pretty like you can do 100 of these. So if it's too easy, you can do more than 25 non-stop. Go to a higher weight. I'll say do 4 or 5 sets, 20, 25 reps if you could. And that's it. The hand grippers are really simple and it's really effective for people that have problems with their wrist. So if you cannot do any kind of wrist movement, it's all you need, right? But if you have no problem with your wrist, okay, you're gonna keep. You could do this on a preacher curl. You could do them like this if you want to. Actually, lean forward and come up, but this is actually a round surface. So I tend to use it on my knee. So you're gonna have the middle of the grip, let it rest without letting go of the grip. So you can hold your arm down to prevent the elbow coming out. Okay, and you're gonna come up and squeeze. Okay, and come down slow without letting go. I don't want to see you doing this. Okay, don't let go of the grip. You want to focus on just your forearm, not your finger strength. Okay, coming up. If you see you doing like this. If you're coming up and you're going crooked or sideways like this, then you're going to have to do, wow, that should pretty good. Working the deviators, I would say go on the bottom of the grip. Okay? If you go to the top of the grip, you might hit your knee coming down, so go to the top, bottom of the grip, all the way down to where you lightly touch your forearm, and you're going to come up, you can see, come up, you might go a little bit high, come up. Right. I did forearms a little bit before this, so also something that I do, I go side to side, squeezing, side to side like this. Okay, so if you have a problem with your wrist, don't do this, but I have pretty strong wrists, as you can see from my push-up videos. And eventually, when you keep it up, it's going to start sliding and sliding and sliding. Just reset it back to the bottom and do the same thing again and again. Okay. You can also go where a pronated grip, coming up this way as well. But I'm not going to do it with the dumbbells because it's kind of heavy. So it's a bit harder. When you're doing supinated wrist curl, you lift heavier with this, so you can do this with a cable as well. Go on a cable machine, get a bar, and then just curl it together. Okay. If not, you get a bar. It's like this, really easy. Okay. And you're gonna curl up together, squeeze. All right, curl up. So squeeze up, flex, slow. the extensor. So let me say again. The curling up on the supinated grip works the flexor muscles. Going pronated grip works the extensors, and working the deviators going up and down like a hammer or side to side. So now we're going to work the extensors. Going up. Okay, I tend to come off of my legs on purpose. I want to get a good form workout. Now I'm actually cheating a bit, coming off. I just did form, but you want to keep it close to your elbows, to your thighs. You're going to come up. You could come off, that's fine. Okay? Come up, that's fine, do this. Right, we're not working your bicep much. We're just flexing with the wrist. Okay. Another thing you could do, which is very difficult to do after you do all this workout, is to hold dumbbells to your sides. Okay? Then you're going to bring your wrists, feet together, bring your wrists towards to your thighs, to your hips, and then come out to the side, flex out, curl in, flex out. Okay? And what you're going to do after you do, oh, this is hard. After you do a couple, and you feel a burn, you're going to start twisting. So you do about 5 twists, 2, 3, 4, 5, back in, squeeze out, do like 5, 5. Alright, and then you're going to go back to the 5 again. When you do these, your shit should be exploding on fire. So be careful with the people around you, because you're going to tend to let go of the weight, because your form will be so tight that after you do these wrist twists, you're going to tend to let go of the weight. So make sure that your surroundings, not to drop the weight too on the foot, because it tends to happen because you want to just, pretty much your grip is going after this, and you tend to let go of the grip of the weight. Don't go too heavy on this one. On the curls coming up, you could with a bar or singles, okay? But when you're going up, coming up with a pronated grip, I would say drop half or even more than half on the weight that you do when you're coming up on the curl. Okay. Also, when you're doing biceps, you can do a reverse bicep curl, which is also working the extensors coming up, keeping your elbows close, and coming up. You can also bring your wrist up a bit, coming up. It's also working your form as well. You could do it behind your back. The problem with this, especially for me, I got big traps. You go behind the back and do wrist curl this way, this way as well. You can do it in a cable. Get a cable and then get a bar attachment and do a cable that way. But what tends to happen when people do that is, in the last couple of reps, you tend to tippy toe or also shrug to help you curl the weight up behind you. So don't cheat. You know, if you're doing this while you do the curl, I mean, it's not a calf workout and it's not a back workout. We're not doing shrugs. It's a form workout. So make sure that you're just curling up without moving your feet or you're shrugging up. All right. What else is there about forearms? About under, sideways, and the grips, and the forearm variations, under, over, and reverse curls. You can also do hammer curls. We're working the Diaz. We're also working the form as well, doing a hammer curl. So my biggest hammer curls are coming up this way. It's a bicep workout, but you're also working your forearm. I'm going to talk about one other thing that you can do to add on to your grip, which is called a FATS grip, or FATS with a Z grip, and it's pretty much like looks like a rubber foam, well not foam, but it's a rubber grip, and it's about like an inch thick. And what it does is you wrap it around the bar. I don't have one, but you can wrap it around the dumbbell, attach it to the dumbbell, and it makes your hand harder to grip the dumbbell because of the grip. So it increases the thickness of the bar by adding the rubber pads onto it, and they're like about this thick. So you attach it, instead of grabbing it like this, you're grabbing it like that because of the grip. Sorry, I don't have a visual to give you, but I'm trying to give you a visual. So if you're doing a chest press, you can add the fat grips to your chest press, or any workout you do, for back, whatever. Give me a deadlift to improve on your form. This will help your form. I believe it's called fat grips. I'm not endorsed by them, so don't, okay? So I'm just letting you know that the fat grips you can use for your biceps, for any workout that involves a bar or a dumbbell, use that. It's about like $40. And then it also helps you grip. You're gonna notice when you're doing your back or you're doing your chest, you're gonna feel your forms getting tight. And eventually you have a stronger grip or heavier weight on that. You don't need to worry about that anymore. They're gonna come up with, I think, a bigger version too. It's gonna be like, they have different sizes. So if you want to get a bigger one, you can just, depending on how big your hands are. I have small hands, so I can't really use this thing. But if you want to buy products, I recommend get hand grippers. Fat grips, I think that's what it's called, fat grips. And if you want to be at home, you can do resistance bands if you want. Get resistance bands, you can put it around your feet. I don't have one, but you have the grips. You put on your feet and you're going to go a wide stance and you're going to keep the tension and do curls this way and all that. If you're a girl or you don't have equipment, just get a resistance band. But you're going to tie it, you get 2 grips around your feet. And same as you would a bicycle with resistance bands, depending on how further away your feet are, you're going to put more tension on the band. So, and that's going to create a harder curl. So the wider you put your feet on top of the band, the shorter the band gets. The harder it is to do a curl or any kind of work like that. But if you do have a gym and you have dumbbells or a barbell, do these workouts to work every part of your form, the extensor deviators, the flexor muscles. This will help with your chest press, every kind of workout you can think of. So that's it for this video. You have any questions about this? He asked me a question, so I'll talk about this. He asked, good question. He said, is there a difference between having the grippers this way and having the grippers this way? Yes. It's harder for you to close with these fingers. This is the whole purpose, that you're trying to close with these fingers right here. These are the ones that are trying to help close the ends. This way, you're not focusing on these fingers. You're focusing on the first fingers. Because all the tension is at the edge of the gripper. Okay? So, closing it this way, using all your fingers to close it, but the tension is on the last coming in here. It's hard to close it from here. Okay? So, when having it this way, using more of these fingers right here. Okay, you can also do, if you want to just do a couple of fingers at a time this way, or 2 fingers, which is really hard, with 50 pounds, or single individual fingers. This one's hard this way, but all the tension is on top. So depending on how you grip it, is if you're weaker, most people don't have strength on these fingers. When they grip, it's all about these 3 fingers. So this is why people have imbalances when doing, they have a problem with their wrists. These fingers are really strong, but these aren't. And they tend to do this. So these are weaker. Okay? So you don't really need to do these like this. This will be more strength in the top. You'll feel it more here than anything else. And when you do it now here, you'll feel it over here. So just the positioning, depending on what you want to focus more. But I would say focus on just a regular, normal way it's supposed to be. Because most people don't work on these fingers, on this grip, doing it this way. Try to do a rep ranges, try to do, say 50 or 25 reps. Get a good pump in your form. Do 3 to 4 sets. Not a beach workout. Because if you also do this at the end of your workout, don't do it in the beginning of your workout, because if you're doing back and you do this form workouts, you won't be able to pull or grab anything. You might let go of the bar because your form is so tense you can't even grip anything anymore. So 3 to 4 sets, maybe one day you could work on the last workout that you're doing. Work on, just coming up, on a pronate grip, coming up. Another day do supinated. Another day do the deviator, also side to side. If you want to just go all out one day, hey, do the whole routine. Add your grippers in between the sets. That's really going to be a great form workout when you get freaking sexy form. So that's it for this video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And if you're not subscribed, go to both my channels, and you already know, that's not sexy. That's freaking you.